Hello there guys, Edis here. In this video I'm going to explain to you how to use the skin edits of my shader add-on. So what you want to do is find a good place where you have a bit skin that you can work on. And basically, if you don't like the tone of it, open up the ENB menu. The key for that should be on the mod page of whatever ENB you're actually using. And then go to the skin section of this. And you can start tweaking right away. Skin gamma, for example, is basically a bit like contrast, but the lower you get, the brighter it gets, basically, and more there's less contrast, like the shadows are less noticeable, and the higher you get, the darker it will get. So for me personally, I want to set this a bit lower, so we have less contrast. Then we can set up or down the exposure, which will just affect the lightness of the skin. So in this case, since I reduced the contrast and it made the skin lighter, I want to make it a bit darker to get back the natural look. Next thing I could do is tint the skin into a different tones. For example, this is kind of reddish. Let's set this to extreme, so this is the target tone we have. And now we set up the power, so how strong this tint will apply. As you can see, also the man in the background is getting tinted. Yeah. So basically, if you want to have a bit more reddish tone on your characters, you can set that up here. Another option that is there is hue, which will basically, for testing, I would set this to 1 and then spin around this wheel basically, and you have different hues. So let's say you want the green people because you like the Shrek movie, for example. Or something like that. But this is too intense for you. You can just mix that in there and then lower the opacity. So now, since we tinted this red and actually added some green, this is more of an orange tone for the skin actually. As some people might know, there was a skin add-on before, which also had skin blurring for highlights. In this version, this is removed due to it being kind of buggy and actually not really used. I don't think anyone actually wants to use that. I don't think it's really useful. If you guys want it back, then tell me about it, because I don't think it's useful. If you guys think otherwise, yeah, as I said, please tell me. I have not really use for it, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this without it, but the skin tones are still available. So yeah, hope you enjoy and see you in the next one.